الصمد لم
And what
يلد
does
ولم
samad
يولد.
mean?
لم يلد ولم يولد.
What does samad mean?
He does not give birth, nor does he
What does
begat.
samad mean? You still didn't answer my question. What does samad mean? Exactly, because even your Muslim scholars didn't know what samad meant. Now, when it says lam yalad wa lam yulad, okay, in the Quran, what does it mean? Lam yalad wa lam yulad. In the Quran, what does walad mean?
Lam yalid wa lam yulad means he does not give birth, and nor has he begot.
Give birth in what way, according to the Quran? How does the Quran define walad, that word? To give birth
Walad?
Sexually, right?
Correct.
And so can you name one Christian who believes that God gave birth to Jesus sexually?
Well, sexually?
Yeah, because
No,
the word lam
say
yalad
that.
wa lam, let me explain. Lam yalad wa lam yulad, that word walad in the Quran, always when it's used in the Quran, always it means offspring through sexual intercourse. Always when the word walad is used. Always in the Quran. So no Christian believes that Jesus is God's walad through sex, that God had sex and he gave birth to Jesus. So that doesn't say anything about my deen. So you're misapplying it. So now I want to ask.
I don't know about that. I'll have to take your word on
No,
that.
you better take it because I've done the research.
Just means sexual.
Yes.
Like I said, that's.
Yes, I even wrote articles on it. The word walad always in the Quran refers to offspring through sexual intercourse. Your parents, children. It always means children born through sexual union. Okay, now I want to ask you a question, and we're going to end it because I got to do another live stream somewhere else. In chapter 6 of the Quran, verse 101, chapter 6 of the Quran, verse 101, there it says, wonderful, I want you to listen to this, wonderful originator of the heavens and the earth. How can he have an offspring seeing he has no consort? In other words, he can't have a child without a consort, right?
Right.
Okay, you sure you agree with that logic?
How could he have a son when he does not have a companion?
Yes.
And he created all things.
So you agree with that logic? That he can only have a companion if he has a consort, and if he doesn't have a consort, he's not going to have a companion? You agree with that logic? You got to agree with the Quran here. You can't say you don't agree, right?
Yeah, of course, because there are things that God can't do.
Okay.
Like God can't die.
Excellent. Well, okay, we'll get to that part. We'll talk about whether he can or not. You're assuming too much. You just proved that your God is an ignoramus. Do you know why? Can I tell you why you just proved God is an ignoramus?
Enlighten me.
Okay, because Mary said the same thing to the Spirit. If you go back to Surah Al-Maryam, chapter 19, verse 20, she said the same thing. How can I have a son seeing I've known no man? And your God said that's easy. So wait, it's easy for Mary to have a son without a consort, but your God, it's too difficult for him to have a son unless he has a consort. So Mary is bigger and better than your God.
No, definitely not.
So then why could Mary have a son without a consort, but your God can't have a son unless he has a consort? Why?
He can't have a son, period.
No, that's not true. Nowhere to say he can't have a son, period. Because in chapter 43 of the Quran, verses 3 and 4, it says that this Quran, chapter 43, verses 3 and 4, it says this Quran is in the mother of the book, Al-Kitab, that's with us. Can you read that for me? Chapter 43, verses 3 and 4?
Quran 43.
Verses 3 and 4.
Okay.
Watch here. Read for me.
It says, indeed, we have made it an Arabic Quran that you might understand. And indeed, it is in the mother of the book with us, exalted and full of wisdom. Okay,
pay attention to verse 4. This Quran is in the mother of the book, Al-Kitab, that is with us. So that means the Quran has a mother, the mother of the book, that's with Allah. Now, listen to me carefully, because I want you to now refute the logic. The Quran, you said, is the word of Allah. The Quran has a mother. It's in the mother of the book. Well, if the Quran has a mother, and it's the word of Allah, and the mother is with Allah, that means the Quran's mother is the wife of Allah. Allah is the father of the Quran, according to Islamic logic.
No, because
yes, it's right there. You read it.
The problem with what you're saying is that you're assuming that everything is just a black and white. That's not how it works.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm just using the no. You can't get around this. I'm using the logic of the Quran. If the Quran is in the mother of the book, al-Kitab, mother of the book, and the mother is with Allah, that means the mother belongs to Allah. And the Quran is the word of Allah, that means Allah is the daddy. Allah is the daddy of the Quran, and the mommy of the Quran is his wife. That's Islamic logic. Refute me.
I can refute you because it doesn't mean mother of the book doesn't mean literally there is a mother.
No, I'm sorry. I'm going to take it literally because Allah can't have a son unless he has a consort. So he can't have a son spiritually unless he has a consort. So the Quran can't have a mother unless it's literally and sexually. And Allah's the daddy because the mother's with Allah and the Quran is the word of Allah. Allah's the daddy. Mini abuch, Allah.
Yeah, you can't take that literally. And that's
you can't take that literally. So the Quran can have a mommy, Mary can have a son without having sex and a consort, and the mommy of the Quran can have a book without having a consort, but your poor Allah can't have a son unless he has sex. So the mother of the Quran is greater than Allah, and Mary's greater than Allah, because they can have offspring and children without sex, but your poor God can't have a son unless he has sex. Oh, Jibreel, please help me. I am Allah. Even though I can do everything, I can't have a son unless I have a consort. But Mary can have a son without a consort, and the Quran can have a mommy without having a daddy. Oh, Jibreel. Oh. Are you serious?
Yeah, so there's some things that